this is how I feel after that particular Walmart experience. So that's why everything was in the wrong aisle.
Okay, yes.
So that was totally my fault.
Wow. I don't know what to say to that.
Good morning. It's windy out. We are going to take this very windy, almost stormy day and going to head into town, or head into the city, to run a bunch of errands and grab some groceries so I can start testing some recipes. So we've got all of our filming done for next week, plus an extra video. So that means that I can now get into like a super testing time. And I'm going to be testing my chicken Alfredo again. I haven't quite got it where I want it, and so, okay, that's not true. I know how to make it the way I want it. I'm trying to make it easier, that like consolidate some steps, because I know a lot of people really like to make crock pot recipes super easy. And it's not that it's difficult to do, it's just there's multiple steps. And every time I try to consolidate steps like I do in some other recipes that doesn't really impact the quality or the taste, when I do it to this recipe, it changes it from how I really think is best. So I think what I'm going to end up doing, but much to some folks' displeasure, is I'm going to cook it the way that I think it tastes best. And then give folks other links to other recipes they might want to try if they want something a little bit more, you know, a couple of steps instead of multiple steps. That's what I think I'm going to do, because otherwise it's not going to be as good as what we enjoy, and the whole point is to share what I really, really think is a good recipe. So that's what I'm going to do. Now we have lots of recipes that are multiple step. It's just, I know people tend to like the easier ones a lot better, but it's so good, it's worth the steps. So there's that. Sometimes that's just the case. In addition to that, I'm going to be testing 3 other recipes. I'm going to try my hand at air fryer bacon green beans, kind of like a spin off of like roasted green beans. Gonna just start playing around with that, kind of like we've done with our roasted broccoli and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna try that. And then I'm gonna turn one of our favorite rice dishes into a cauliflower rice dish. So I'm gonna do a savory parm cauliflower rice to serve as the side or as the bottom to a recipe I'm really excited to try. So we made those air fryer meatballs the other day that were just so incredible, that we just love, the low carb air fryer meatballs. And so I want to turn that meatball recipe into a barbecue cola meatball. So we love our low carb barbecue cola ribs and chicken and pulled pork and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness, we could take that sauce that we love, put over those meatballs and serve it on the Parmesan rice. That's what we're gonna, that's the overall plan. I still have a little bit of time before I have to figure out what we need to tape next week, so I'm in a testing phase right now. Apart from going and getting the groceries from all of that, we're gonna go out to lunch. Mikey, my man, found a low-carb pizza place for lunch that we're gonna go, so I'm really excited about that. Addie has been driving us bananas with her research for to get a replacement phone for her phone. She's been saving her money. She's ready to, she's done her research. She's ready to buy. So did you hear the woohoo? So I think Daddy's gonna take her into the store to do that, and I may go ahead and just bring my computer so I can edit some video while they do that, because sometimes that takes time. and then there's grocery getting, and who knows what else we're gonna get into. But before we leave, I think I'm going to put on my chicken for the chicken Alfredo. So we're gonna have low carb pizza for lunch, and then when we get back, the chicken should be ready for me to make the chicken Alfredo. I'm gonna do it in the crock pot. So that's the plan. What do we think of the plan, Pud?
I love it. Especially the pizza part.
Yes.
We are at a pizzeria here in South Dakota called Blaze Pizza. You go up and you order what you want, and it's almost like a Subway where they'll make whatever you want on your pizza, and then it gets fired. And that grill over there, big old wood fire grill. And Mama got, she wants me to film and she's already eating. I'm starving. They even have keto crust here.
Yes.
So she can have her favorite pizza and still have it like we do at home. Miss Ed got a barbecue chicken pizza.
Yep.
And I just got pretty much, well, I said, make me one with everything. So he did. Oh, and we got garlic donuts too. So I'm gonna try one of these donuts.
Mikey likes it?
Mikey likes it.
This is how I feel after that particular Walmart experience. I know better. That was the most frustrating experience.
Okay, baby, tell me all about it. What happened?
I was just telling them that I know better than to do that. First of all, it was crowded as all get out in there. I don't know. It's a Thursday afternoon, like before rush hour. It makes 0 sense that it was that crowded. But it was also, on top of that, restock the shelves day. And that was a good thing, and that might be why everybody was there, because there was barely anything on the shelves. Then on top of that, everything was in the wrong place. Like, wrong typical Walmart place, but also according to Walmart's app, what aisle things were supposed to be in, none of them were where the Walmart app said that in that particular store stuff should be. So sometimes it wasn't even in the same department that the Walmart app said things should be. So I was constantly having to ask where things were. They didn't have the things, or they didn't have the things that the website said they'd have. And it was so hectic.
Turn left.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to Big D and bathroom.
Do the big pee?
Sat there
He has to potty.
Sat there for 2 hours, had to go to the bathroom, but oh no, somebody
I
was
would have
shopping.
traded spots in a heartbeat. I know better. When we are in areas that I don't know well, or that I haven't at least done a quick stop, I should always do grocery order. And the lady, the staff was all super nice. Now the rest of the folks, maybe they were just having a frustrating day too. I'm gonna give them a pass, because that was not fun.
I'm glad you made it out alive.
Now Lois, I'm not quitting Walmart, but Walmart wasn't good to me today. Well, we survived and we are back. And so I thought I would show you a little bit of what I fought the world to get. So first of all, because I wash dishes like 5 times a day, we had to get some more of this. And then we got the stuff to test our fettuccine Alfredo. So I have to bring with me the pasta to test. So my low carb pasta I've got back there already. But cream cheese, Parmesan butter, and heavy cream are all key ingredients. I forgot to pick up extra garlic, but I have extra garlic. I also like to add canned mushrooms to mine, and so I've got that too to test. So if I can get it in the crock pot, my chicken is done right now, so I can go finish that test. And if I get that test done, then I'm going to use some chicken broth to make the pressure cooker version too, so that I can get both of them up, because that's a recipe I've been wanting up for a really long time, but I've just been dragging my feet. So then we've got sausage to test our barbecue cola meatballs. So we're going to be using that pork rinds based recipe that we did in the air fryer, and we're going to be using tomato paste and Coca-Cola Zero to make the barbecue cola flavored sauce. And I'm going to serve that over some parm cauliflower rice. So I think it's going to be super yummy. Then another recipe I'm going to be testing will be taking whole green beans and doing like an air fried roasted bacon green bean, kind of like our Brussels sprouts and like our broccoli. So I've got some onions, or different kinds of onions to test with that, to taste and test with that, so I can see how I like that recipe the best. I think that's it. You know, when you got bacon, you got bacon. So bacon's in all this too. I've got chicken thighs back here to test the fettuccine. So I better get to cooking. Well, first I better get to putting all this stuff away. Then I better get to cooking. We've already had a real estate issue with the fridge.
I wanted just one little section to put in, because I always like, when I travel around the different states and everything, I usually try to buy local craft beer and try their craft beers out. Unfortunately, around this area, there's not that many choices that I saw, so I got one of my favorites instead, but I needed a place to put it in a fridge to make it cool.
Yeah, the outdoor fridge.
And then I put mine in the outdoor fridge. She goes, well, you need to move that out of there because we're going to put more food in there. What kind of place is this?
It's called a food blogging place. Alright, so far it's looking more like I like it too. So I'm going to give the family a taste test this evening and see if everybody agrees that this is the one. What's your verdict on the chicken fettuccine?
I cleaned my plate with a smile.
Okay.
It was good.
Do we think it passes the test?
I'll eat it again.
What did you think?
It was good.
It was good? Addie approved. Good morning. It is a sunny, beautiful day here in Wall, South Dakota. We're here for just a few more days. Today I think we're going to go a lesser used route of the park to kind of hopefully see some wildlife. But this morning, before we do that, Addie's working on her school. She has several assignments she's got to get done before we're gonna go. I got a note from Aunt Lou that I need to catch up on editorial calendar so she can do her thing. So that needs to happen before we leave. And I also need to start editing the vlog, because I can't do it all at the last minute like I did the last time. Oh, and I gotta make breakfast. So here in a little bit, I'm going to take some breakfast sausage that I already have browned up that's in the freezer, and I think I'm gonna just make biscuits and gravy casserole, because that's easy, because we're going to be, like I said, adventuring most of today. So I want to give us something hearty in the morning. Aki's crying at me. I think maybe he wants breakfast too. Octavius, do you want breakfast? Aki, are you wanting some breakfast, baby? You do? Okay, we can get you some breakfast. You want some yummy breakfast? Okay. Okay. Hey, that would be some wildlife we were referring to. Woohoo! And there's Bob, he sees them. Happy little buffalo. Bye, son. Well, I think we achieved our goal of seeing wildlife today. We saw prairie dogs, we saw bison, we saw sheep, we saw deer, we saw a rattlesnake, we saw all kinds of things today. So that was very, very successful. And then we decided to come back and get work done. So that's what's going on. Addie's finishing up her history. I think Mikey's grilling some bison, buffalo. I don't know what exactly he got. I'm gonna have leftover fettuccine. Sometimes my ice maker just decides to stop working. I absolutely love my ice maker, but it is the finickiest, diva-ist. It is so particular. It only takes a certain kind of water. Addie, Ollie has a pencil right now. Ollivander.
Let go of the pencil.
He's like, I need my crinkle sheet.
Crinkle sheet. Good job.
What I mean to say is sometimes it's just super chaotic with 3 animals and 3 humans in a travel trailer. I think I hear my knight in shining ice armor. There he is. My Iceman!
Eugene O'Neill.
I don't understand.
He wrote The Iceman Coming.
My sidekick is sleeping. Octavia. What did you find?
I found at the head of the bathhouse.
Oh my goodness.
Ta-da! It's a little bat.
Good afternoon. Today I've already got the vlog done finally, so I'm very happy about that. We are going to actually head over to Wall to get Addie a jackalope and actually look at Wall drug a little bit more than what we have the last few times we've been over there. We kind of been in and out. And then I think we're gonna go to a museum. And while all that's going on, I'm going to be testing my barbecue meatball recipe that I wanted to test. And I also think I'm gonna go ahead, something's going on in there. I think I'm also going to go ahead and do that savory Parmesan cauliflower rice as well, and cook both of those while we're gone and see how they do. So that's what we'll have for dinner. We've had leftover chicken fettuccine here today, and it was really good. Everybody says that that's the recipe we're going to go with. I think I'm going to save the electric pressure cooker recipe for the actual video. So I'm not sure what our video schedule. I'm not sure what our video schedule is going to be, but it's not going to be until after we get to the next location. So testing these recipes is the final step before figuring out what the next 3 recipes are going to be. I got everything on cooking. I think I'm really quickly going to do some dishes so that when we get back we'll have a clean kitchen to have dinner and get ready to get packed up for the night because tomorrow is a moving day. Well, we're headed back to the cow. Addie decided instead of getting a stuffed jackalope, she was going to start a new tradition of collecting keychains.
I got a little jackalope one and I got like a holographic Badlands one.
Yeah. And so that way when she gets older she'll have more of a record of the places she's been and that kind of thing. But we're headed back to see how everything's cooking up, and it's been a warm but beautiful day, so we're just gonna enjoy finally kind of a day off. Yes, I'm testing recipes, but we need to kind of pack things up and get ready to move tomorrow morning. I may have to do some grocery ordering. I need to talk to Mike about how he wants to do that because we're not that far from our next campground. What's up, baby?
You got any monies?
He wants monies.
To buy your ice.
To buy my ice. We're back. The meatballs look great. The cauliflower rice is a little overcooked, I think. But I think it's gonna taste fine. I think it's gonna taste fine. I don't think it looks all that great. So I think a couple things. One, I think I need to redo it and do it in a smaller cooking vessel instead of a big 6-quart like this. So when I retry it, that's what I'm gonna do and see if it kind of looks better afterwards. I'm sure it's gonna taste fine just the way it is. My meatballs though look amazing. And they have that barbecue smell. So Addie's going out and putting the tablecloth down and we're gonna have dinner. Well, the cauliflower rice was really good. It cooked a little bit too long and I think I need a smaller cooking vessel, but the flavor was fantastic. So that's a keeper, just with a little bit of a tweak. The barbecue cola meatballs were interesting, and I'm wondering if the ingredients that I didn't have on hand led to it tasting different than I expected, or if it's just really that way. So I think I might want to tweak a few things. One, I think I might want to use beef instead of ground sausage in a tomato-based dish like that. I think, maybe. Or a barbecue-based dish. Definitely want to get all the right barbecue cola flavors in there. But I'm not satisfied with it fully. Everyone enjoyed it, but it wasn't what we expected. And so that isn't exactly a win because I need people to expect what it is they're cooking instead of getting something they didn't even expect. So it's kind of back to the drawing board with that one. I just need to keep working on it. But in the meantime, I kind of need to figure out what we need to cook for the shows this week. I know one show we're not gonna cook because I want to do a video that goes along with a popular blog post which talks about how to fix common slow cooker issues, and I want to show examples and all that kind of stuff. So that show won't be cooking as much as it'll be talking and showing everybody on screens ways to fix common slow cooker problems. It's one of our popular posts and I'd love to have a video go along with it to help kind of give a visual. So we're gonna do that. We already have a Foodie Friday scheduled, or already have it taped because we have the ribs from last vlog already recorded because we were one ahead. So that means I need one more recipe. So what I probably will do is go back through our posts and see a tried and true tested recipe, and that I need to find something that we haven't done a video for that I want a video for, and then that will probably be our third video for this week. So this is kind of an odd vlog from a standpoint of I'm not doing it like I normally do, but that works out well because we're traveling. We have to leave tomorrow. I do have to go back to Walmart tomorrow because I think what we decided to do, I was going to order groceries after my last experience, but because we're close enough to our next destination, but too close for, we're going to get there too early is what it boils down to. We're going to go ahead and take the trailer and park it at Walmart in the middle of the day. I'm going to go in and get groceries and then like literally load it from the cart into the trailer, which I love doing that, before we go over to our next campsite because we can't get there too early. But so all that makes for a short taping week, but we're already a little bit ahead. And I also have another Foodie Friday idea which I haven't told them about. We might go on a tape this week because they'll be super excited about it. One of the things that Addie loves is our Campfire burritos, done in the microwave or done on the grill, and I thought it might be fun for her and Mikey to do Campfire burritos in the Foodie and show how to do that. So I think I might get the ingredients for that, and then we'll just be that much further ahead. So I need to look through our recipes, make my grocery list, but other than that, I'm kicking back tonight and chilling. Ollie, tell them what you did. Tell them. Look at the camera. He ate my earbud. Okay, I think we've got things figured out. I'm gonna build a lot of flexibility into both recipe testing and then also what tapings we're gonna do, so that we can tape if we find that we need to take a little time to tape, or we can hold off taping. So I'm not going to get ingredients that expire necessarily because we do have a little bit of margin built in. So one, I think we're going to make good gravy chicken, which is a recipe that I believe my mom gave my sister, and Aunt Lou put it up on the blog. And so everybody loves it. We haven't made it yet, so I think Mikey's going to make that for the show. Okay, so good gravy chicken. That's one that we have to tape. And we also have to tape the show about how to fix slow cooker issues. That'll be easy. That can be done at any time. And then I'm going to be recipe testing 2 new recipes that I've had in the process. So I'm going to be working on those, and who knows if they turn out super well. We might add those to the agenda too. But since we have to stop at Walmart tomorrow anyways, I'm going to pick up those ingredients and also just stock up everything because we're not exactly really close to a grocery store. And then that way we will have plenty of food both to cook, then also I'll get personal stuff too, so that we'll be stocked up and ready to adventure, because it looks like weather-wise it's going to be really nice when we first get there for the first several days. But right now I realized I haven't got my Monday newsletters scheduled, so I have 3 newsletters to schedule, and then I'm knocking off for the night. We totally forgot that the other day when we were in the store, we saw these adorable puppy cookies. We never do this, so we decided, since Ollie will eat anything, that we got them puppy cookies to see if they'll eat the puppy cookies. Octavius is 8 years old and never had anything like this, so we'll see. Ollie, just pretend like it's something you're not supposed to have. Well, they're gonna go potty before they come in for their treat. I'm telling you, it smells like a human cookie. Addie says that sounds weird when I call it a human cookie. but it smells like an apple cinnamon cookie. Like, I'm wondering if they should maybe be very careful at marketing these. I wonder how many people have bought these and thought they were not for dogs, because they kind of look, like I said, it does say dog treats on the outside in very small letters. That was much cuter in theory than in execution. I'm covered in dog cookie. Good morning. Today is a bit of a strange day because we are moving to a different site, and typically when we move to a different site we have a long drive ahead of us, and that's not the case this time. This time we only have 2 hours, but we can't check in until late afternoon. So Mikey's idea is for us to stop at a rest area, do some video editing, and then stop by the Walmart on the way, heaven help me, to stock up on groceries and get everything full, because we'll have the trailer right behind us. We can just load everything right into the groceries right into the trailer, and then head to camp and make camp tonight. So it's a little bit of a different travel day than what we're used to, but we're making the most of it. Right now everything's in disarray because we've had to pull in the slide and pack everything away for travel, and so all of this had to get packed up. If you see, our tables have to be flipped. All the tables do, so that they can travel better. And everything's kind of put away. So we will be like this. We may pull out the slide. It depends on the area of the rest area, and if we can do that without hurting anybody or being in anybody's way. One of the things I love about when we ripped out all this stuff here, we took out a dinette, and we took out a couch that was really uncomfortable. But when the dinette and couch were here, we couldn't get into Addie's room or the bathroom when the slide closed. And now we can get there, so we always have access to our bathroom, which is kind of nice. It was one of those things, when we bought this trailer, we totally did not know, like, one of the things to look for was bathroom access. Well, and then it took us, I think, another year to figure out, hey, we could still have bathroom access and get rid of some of the furniture in here that really wasn't serving what we needed it to. I'm sure the dinette's nice for some folks, but for us, we're here to work most of the time. So working chairs with working tables and an actual kitchen table to cook on were way more beneficial and actually lighter weight than all that weight we were carrying. And that couch was, it was made the way that it was made so that you could sleep in it, and we have no need to have a sleeper couch on top of the bunkhouse and everything else. So we just took it all out, put in work chairs. Again, this is a mess, but we also put in these cubes, and we've added more over time. They make extra seats. We could put this table up and have like a full kitchen table with seats all around it if we wanted to. But inside of them, we keep Addie's homeschool stuff. We keep family reading, family game stuff, and then Mike and I each have a work cube. Anyhow, it's a little disheveled, but that's how we live. I don't live all neat and tidy. I wish I did, I guess, maybe, I don't know. That's not how I live, so I'm not gonna pretend this isn't what it really looks like, because it really does. So what we got here is an interesting math problem. We have 2 adults, 1, 2, and 2 computers, 1, 2, and 2 dead batteries. So our plans to be uber productive kind of just went out the window because there isn't power out here, and we both thought we had charged our laptops, but clearly we had not. So we're just chilling out here. We head down the road to run to Walmart, so I'm trying to be calm, get in a good place before I go back in. One of these times we're gonna have to send Mikey in. What do you think?
To where?
Walmart to do the grocery shopping.
No! I don't look anything like it did before. I mean, I'm an extrovert and I was ready to suck my thumb in a parking lot.
Was much easier, and there's a reason. So I figured out when I was in there trying to use the app like I did last time that it was programmed to this Walmart, not the Walmart I was in. So that's why everything was in the wrong aisle. So that was totally my fault. But good news is, it really helped me out this time.
Wow. I don't know what to say to that.
Because I went into the app to change it to this Walmart, and I'm like, that address sounds familiar. Oh, wait. Well, we are finally here. We're still getting set up. It's a lot going on. And everybody's a little tired, and everybody's hungry. Mikey's gonna grill us some steaks tonight on the grill, and I think I'm gonna make some of our air fryer Brussels sprouts to go with it. If I dare open this freezer that's about to dump everything at me. I just heard him say, "Woman, what did I do?"
You killed it.
Can you salvage it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning from Custer, South Dakota. We are all trying to get some things done this morning so that we can head over to Mount Rushmore today to check that out, and also head to the Black Hills National Forest Visitor Center so we can kind of assess all the things we want to do in this area.
All the things.
All the things. Speaking of all the things, Mikey is in the messy kitchen right now. Is that why they call it the mess hall? Oh, it's... Here we go. He's...
You got me before I did my hair this morning.
Oh my goodness. He's making biscuits. One of the recipes we're testing today, which will be the cabbage and smoked sausage that I wanted to put together. And so that is a recipe that we'll cook while we're gone today. And then when we come home, we'll have it for dinner, as long as it turns out. Addie's working on her schooling right now, so that we can adventure most of the day, and then we'll get back and get some work done. Drive through what looks like one heck of a storm, trying to get back to camp. Wish us luck. Well, we are home and this looks very promising. It smells amazing. We're having a bit of an evening. So I think we shared earlier in the week that Addie had been saving up and researching for a phone. We found one online. We were going to be at a place we could have it shipped. And the Verizon store told her all she had to do is bring it. It needed to be unlocked and the particular phone she was looking for, and that it would be fine. So we order it. We get it, and while Mike's trying to set it up, I noticed that the packaging says, stop, don't open. The packaging inside the package you had to open. So stop, don't open. If you are on Verizon, this will not work with Verizon. That's who we were with. So after a few hours, we have discovered that the phone that she bought does not work. So we went to go return it to Amazon. I went to go print it with the printer that we keep on hand, and my ink cartridge went out. And for whatever reason, I did not pack my extra ink cartridges. So now to return this phone, we need to go to the store to buy an ink cartridge to print the label, to then put it on the outside, to then take it to, and not only it, but the case that we bought to go with it.
The thing is, the case is really pretty too.
And the case is really pretty, and we're really having a day. So that's gonna happen sometime. When we're in the city, we're gonna run all that stuff back, and we've just decided enough playing around, even though Verizon told us this was the way to do it, and with the phone that she was wanting, they didn't have it at the store, and now we know why. Anyhow, now we're just going to go pick one of the phones from the store and be done with it. But not right now. Not now. Hopefully my child will get over her utter disappointment. We've been preparing to do this for quite some time, so it's kind of a bum deal that the day that it was supposed to all come together, it didn't. But that's part of life. We had a great morning and afternoon, so we're just gonna spend the night kind of hunkered down. Maybe Miss Ad and I'll have movie night at some point. You like that idea? Yeah. Good morning. I'm getting ready to hop on a business call, and Mikey's going to tape Good Gravy Chicken while I'm on my call. And then once I get off the call, we're going to tape how to fix slow cooker issues. Video that's going to go alongside a blog post I wrote a few years ago that people tell me all the time that they really find it to be useful. So I thought that the Crock Posse might find it useful. Mainly today is a work day because we're all a little overwhelmed with the amount of things that we have to do. And so we're hoping to get all of our work done by early afternoon, so then hopefully we can go on a little bit of a drive. And then I'm not sure if we're gonna head into the city or not today to try and fix the phone issue for Miss Ad. Now it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, it's a little cool, but it's gorgeous out here. absolutely gorgeous. And I'm loving this little campground.
And we are back, and the chicken is done.
Hey guys, welcome back to my camper kitchen. I am Cris from recipes@crock.com, and today we are going to do something a little bit different. We are going to talk about some common slow cooker issues that you might be having in your kitchen, depending on what slow cookers you're using and what recipes you're using. So, you know how I told you that my printer was out of ink? And so, oh, let's go back. You know how I said we were looking for a phone, then we found one online and we ordered it after being told at Verizon that it would work. Well, then we got it, and then it turns out that it wouldn't work. It's a long, drawn-out story. Anyhow, so we returned the phone from Amazon. Well, no, it's not that easy. I went to go print the return label so then we could drop it off at an app store, and all of a sudden my printer's out of ink. Now, I've always packed spare ink. I have tons of spare ink at home. Didn't have spare ink. So we packed up everything, the boxes that had to go back, the printer itself, my computer so we could print it, the whole 9 yards. Because one of them allowed me to print a label at the ups thing, and another said that I had to print it myself. I'm not sure why. It may have allowed me to, but regardless, it didn't matter, because my printer is important, because we need to print documents, we need to print homeschool stuff, we need to print stuff for everything. I mean, a printer is an important part of what I have on hand to do all kinds of stuff. So went to Walmart, ran in, was just gonna run in and grab the printer cartridges like I have so many other times before, except for the fact that now Walmart doesn't carry my printer cartridge anymore at all. Out random. They're sitting at home right now. Anyhow, so that means that the rest of this trip we don't have a way of printing things, which is a big problem. So then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to get a printer, because we can't not have a printer to print documents and all that kind of stuff. So I found a nice compact small printer, the whole thing. So what you ended up, if you were a little fly on the wall of this truck as we were driving down the road, had my laptop out, I had a printer, a small profile printer, but still a printer sitting on my lap, trying to get the printer to set up. Then the printer wouldn't set up because it was on my hotspot and out of Wi-Fi signal, and it didn't like that. So I tricked it into thinking it was happy, and then it finally printed my labels. We finally got to the Up Store like literally 20 minutes before it closed and got everything returned. So now we are at Verizon, and Daddy is in there with Miss Ad to get her set up, because it all boils down to the reason why she was saving up for a phone is because the battery on her phone was constantly going dead. So like, we have her have a phone so that when she is in restaurants or places, it's just an extra safety measure. Well, if the kid's phone is gonna go dead every 5 minutes, it's not exactly the safety measure that we were hoping for. So we're getting that resolved right now, and I'm sitting here working. I just published the Italian wedding soup, and I'm working on the meatball post right now, and I think it's all gonna work out. But mercy, that was a lot of steps for a phone. We should have just come to Verizon to begin with. Well, technically we did. This is the second time we've been back to this particular store. We went to another one and we didn't like that store, but then we tried to figure out how to get back to this one and we couldn't remember where it was. So technically I think we've been to 3 Verizon stores. We should have just we shouldn't have tried to do the online thing, even though that's what we would typically do at home. It just wasn't a good idea on the road, because everything is timed, and then you're not in your usual setting if things like this go wrong. Like if this were to have went wrong at home, one, I would have cartridges. Two, we live right next to an Up's place. We live right next to the Amazon distribution center. It's so funny because the return label actually is sending it back to the distribution center near our home. So anyhow, lessons learned. Well, despite the fact that we had to run a whole bunch of errands today, I got 2 blog posts written, and then we also got 2 videotapings done, and then on top of that we also got from last vlog, you saw that we taped the Mississippi ribs, so that's going to be what we're going to be able to have the next week on the blog, and the YouTube channel. So that's how working ahead has kind of saved us with all this chaos that's been going on. So I think I'm going to leave this vlog here, and I'm going to go have movie night with Miss Ad to celebrate surviving math this week. And if Mikey gets a song, I almost said a music recorded, then I might just let that play out so you guys can enjoy that. But we will see you next week on the vlog. But as for this week, we're gonna leave it here.
Says she wants me to sing you a song, so I've been working on it all day long. Something kind of perky to put in her vlog, but not so long that I'm a camera hog. I'll be sure to keep it short and sweet, something that will keep you tapping your feet. This will surely be the bestest song that you've heard. Uh-oh, the song just ran out of words, but I still got another minute to go. So I'll just improvise with the mouth trumpet solo. If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.